On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be talking about horseplay and workplace accidents and the cost of ignoring safety. So stay tuned.
Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, Warehouse Safety Tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast.
Have you ever been at work and decided that it was time to blow off a little steam and maybe play a prank or ride around on a lift truck or possibly hang off the forks of a lift truck while it's going up, or you name it. It doesn't matter if it's walking up and trying to scare somebody or doing just basically anything more than what you're supposed to be doing, which is working. It is considered horseplay. Now, it seems innocent enough. It isn't meant to be malicious. It's not meant to be something where you're trying to cause damage. But at the end of the day, horseplay can result in lost work, injuries, and even death. So make sure that you don't take safety for granted and participate in any kind of horseplay, because the horseplay results that can happen, the National Safety Council says that it results in 2.5 million or more injuries, issues, and even deaths. And so it's of the utmost importance that we pay close attention to avoiding horseplay in the workplace. Number one, we're there to make sure that we are doing a job and doing it correctly. If you're engaging in horseplay, that's when things can happen, and we want to absolutely stamp out every single opportunity of that we possibly can. So think of this as some of the things that can happen with horseplay. First and foremost, it can result in lost work because you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, as opposed to working, you're engaging in horseplay. So the very first thing is it's going to cause lost work, and we want to come back to that in just a second. So the next thing is going to be if something occurs because of horseplay. So let's say somebody gets hurt, there can be medical expenses and again lost time resulting from that. That can then lead into insurance claims. After insurance claims, there may even possibly be lawsuits. And if something is being done in the workplace and witnessed, it could lead to even having fines because it happened, such as OSHA or otherwise. So you've got just a lot of different things that can kind of domino effect from the result of horseplay, resulting in, like I said, something from a minor bruise or cut to death. What you want to think about is how that ultimately affects the bottom line. So if you're mad about insurance costs going up, or possibly coverage being taken away, or if you are someone that has not gotten a raise in a while, or if you're a consumer and price has gone up, all that kind of stuff can be affected by that sort of thing, where fines, lawsuits, lost wages, or lost production time has caused a facility to have to either raise prices or take away pay and benefits. So it's just, again, of the utmost importance to make sure that you don't engage in horseplay. Make sure that if you are an employer, you are doing regular safety training on why it's important not to do horseplay, and all the above reasons and even more that I've just talked about. And then the other thing is that as an employee, it's of paramount importance that you also, if you see something happening, you report it. Not because you're trying to be a quote-unquote brown nose or a snitch, or do the person that you see doing it dirty, but because at the end of the day, it doesn't just affect them having fun. It could affect you. It could affect your facility, and ultimately it could affect the entire ecosystem of your facility in the form of all the things that we've mentioned and the consumer as well. It's just important just not to do it. And at the end of the day, the most important reason and the reason that we do this podcast is because we want you to be safe. So make sure that you don't engage in any of that, and you're going to have a safe day, and that's exactly what we want. So thank you very much for being part of another Warehouse Safety Tips. Until we talk to you next time, have a safe day, and here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line Floor Tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. Beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic. And backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line Floor Tape, the only durable stripe.